Hello, welcome to Spectral Tarot. This is a pick a card reading for the new moon in Aries. Lots of stuff happening right now. So, you might be here from my Readings by B page. If you are, welcome back. If you are new to Spectral Tarot, welcome. So, this is my new platform. I have tried to do a lot of changes, staying on the same page, and I kept on having technical difficulties. So that is why I have created a completely new YouTube page. So I have sent all my subscribers from Readings by B over here to Spectral Tarot. Yeah, so it's all here. Welcome. Today for the pick a card, we have 3 different groups. So we have group 1, group 2, and group 3. So the topic today is, what portal are we going through right now for this new moon? It feels like we are all kind of in a state of suspension in the liminal space or the void. And that's why I'm using the postcards from the Liminal Space deck, because yeah, it just feels like we're all kind of at this pinnacle of change and we don't know which way to go. So I figured pick a card would be very appropriate. So again, these are collective readings, so please take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and enjoy the reading. If you guys want to book a personal reading or follow me on Instagram, I put my email down below and also my Instagram handle down there if you want to check me out. Yeah, and let's get into it. Okay, group number 1. Let's see what is going on for you this new moon. So we have the bridge card. Excuse my voice, I'm having awful allergies right now. We have the devil in reverse and memory lane. Very interesting, group number 1. I feel like you are really working through this. I'm seeing this cycle in your brain of like negative thought patterns. There's something in your memory that you keep on going down, but you see in this card, this memory lane isn't a highlight reel. This is like the back alley behind some dingy restaurant in a New York, like city, like Manhattan. That's what I'm seeing. But you keep on going back to that alley. And with the devil in reverse here, this is almost like you're addicted to this memory. Whether this is a person, for some of you, I feel like it's a person. For a lot of you in group number 1, this is a dream, or you're like grieving a version of yourself or a version of this life that you thought you were going to live, but now it looks very different. And this can be because of many different things. It can be because of our external circumstances right now, what's going on in the world, but this could also be a very internal, like very private thing for you. It's like, I don't know if you've like decided to not have kids and now you keep on dreaming about, well, what if, you know, or there's something here that's disconnected. And when I'm seeing the bridge card between memory lane and the devil, excuse me, this is really talking about a disconnect or a disassociation from this memory, even though you are so attached to it on an energetic level. And I see this with these cords. So you're still attached to it energetically, but physically this memory no longer serves your highest purpose. It doesn't help you to ascend to the next level. And that's why you feel stuck in this liminal space. It's almost like you're stuck on the drawbridge that's opening and you're just like, what do I do? Hold on for my dear life while it goes up, while it goes down. You're not controlling it. You don't know how fast or how long it's going to take. So I feel like you're like suspended in this energy and you keep on asking yourself, why the fuck did I go on this bridge? I knew this was going to happen. I don't know why I got myself in this situation. Whatever that may be, I'm seeing some like bags of garbage here too, but they almost look like money bags. So for some of you, this might be like a financial struggle or issue. And with the devil in reverse, it might be like the financial struggle of, you know, spending too much or trying to find the right resources and allocation for your budget. Like there's something there that like you avoid, but at the same time it's so, because you avoid it in the physical world, it comes up in your memories, in your dreams. I almost feel like enveloped in my mental world about this, whatever this situation is. So how do we get through this, Spirit? How do we use this new moon energy to really work through this energy and get to that next level? Because group number one, I feel like you're sick of being on this fucking bridge. Like, excuse my language, but... And I'm also seeing too, with this, the rainbow bridge. So I don't know if some of you guys have recently experienced a loss in group number one, and you're just kind of stagnant in that memory lane energy. But it's so hard because with our memory, no matter what, because we're human, the highlight reel that we tend to remember is a lot of lower vibration situations. We think a lot about illness, about, you know, all the bad stuff that happened. I'm thinking of the movie Inside Out, with Joy. And, you know, Joy's always, like, she has all those core memories, and she thinks that it's always supposed to be about the happy, the happy, the happy. But then, you know, she kind of got a slap in the face when she realized, well, sadness accompanies joy every single time, right? So there's something there. And Mama Aya. Okay, so this is really about, I'm seeing that eye with the tears. This is about forgiving yourself for making that decision to get on this bridge. Whether subconsciously or not, like, you're just like, why? The timing, it's like wrong place, wrong time. I don't know what this is, but you have to forgive yourself and forgive the universe. There's something here about, I don't know if you feel like you were cursed or like, bad. I'm hearing like bad luck Brian. So I don't know if you truly feel like somebody or the universe is like out to get you, but Spirit's here to remind you that this is, I'm also seeing the Death is the healing card from this deck, but this is about healing. This is about restoring your true nature, because something was really off here in your ecosystem. And whatever this is, whatever tide is kind of coming up, I'm seeing this with this river. It's almost like there's a flood happening. And you're like trying to keep that river from overflowing. You're just like, no, I can't let it happen. I can't let it happen. And that's that memory lane. That's that emotional cup, you know. It's starting to boil over. I feel like group number one, a lot of you guys are dealing with control issues with the Devil in reverse, especially with this eye card. It's almost like you're trying to control every single piece on the board. I see a puzzle and you have your hands on all the pieces and Spirit's like, no. And you're like, you will not, there's one piece and you will not give it up. And you're being so stubborn. I feel like there might be quite a few earth signs in group number one here. But you will not give up this piece. But you've tried so hard to like ram this piece in your puzzle. You're like, this is the dream I wanted. But Spirit's like, it's not the dream you needed. So, but you like, I see you cutting it and trying to like put it into this puzzle. And Spirit's like, and that's where you're stuck on this bridge. I feel like you're just like, some of you, you're like, why did I put so much time and effort into this relationship, job, whatever this was that didn't bring you harvest, whatever got ruined when this river is overflowing right now. But Spirit's like, there's something in this river. I'm seeing, they're taking me back to my time as like a freaking geography major, learning about the ice caps and how like when rivers overflow, you know, there's minerals and sediment, and that overflow actually helps the soil around and helps plants like and trees grow. And so it's all about that natural cycle, that symbiotic relationship between all those elements. And Spirit's just saying, just because you aren't up here with this big eye seeing everything doesn't mean that everything isn't going according to plan. And just because you feel like you don't have control over anything in your life does not mean that it is unraveling into, all I'm hearing is a clusterfuck. Like, I'm seeing you hang on that side of the bridge and you're just like, like, why did I do this? But I'm seeing the drawbridge close and you're still holding on. You're like, damn, like, it's like an action movie, you know, when like the drawbridge is opening and they're like, what do I do? And you're gonna jump it, but like right before you're trying to like go across it, the person's like, wow, why did I do this? But they somehow always end up on the other side. Like Jason Statham always ends up on the other side. I don't know why I'm seeing that. Is that movie Speed? I can't remember. When he's got that, like, he has to keep his heart rate up. I don't know. But yeah, like the drawbridge is closing and you're just gonna get up and walk across it. But again, I'm seeing that puzzle like piece in the puzzle. And it's almost like you're handing, and I see it here with the two hands, you're handing that puzzle piece to Spirit and you're saying, okay, I'm good, I understand it. And I feel like in the next few weeks after this new moon, because this is on 4/11, April 11th, and since January, I don't know why I was looking at like a lunar calendar, and it said 411, and to me, 411, when I see that, is information. It's the information station. So there's a huge download of information happening right now in the collective. And I feel like whatever you're downloading right now, really let it flow through. If your river overflows and you need to take a few days off to really just like let it out, do it. But stop fighting it. I feel like even when you get into a relationship or a new connection with someone, you don't show your feelings. You always try and like bring that drawbridge or that, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, like that dam, I guess, back. But as you do, that pressure builds, right? And you just wait for that dam to break and it all flows out. Then you rebuild the dam and you do this cycle over and over and over again. And when you're letting that dam build up all that water, that's when you're in the memory lane. That's when you're in that ocean of emotion, just swimming in it, treading water, not swimming anywhere, not getting in the river and going to where you need to be, but literally just going through that emotion, that memory over and over and over again. So Spirit's really trying to help you cross this bridge in these this next cycle, in this Aries season. And I feel like it's really gonna stick this time. And with the Devil in reverse, whenever I see the Devil card, especially with all this water analogy, I am getting, you might be dealing with a vice or dealing with someone who has the vice of substance issues. Usually drinking when I see a lot of this water energy, but it could be anything. And it might not even be substance abuse. It might be just like self-destructive, self-sabotaging behaviors and reactions. So that is something to think about as well. But I really feel like there's this cleansing energy coming to get across this bridge. And it feels so much lighter on the other side. So there's that to look forward to. There's a lot to look forward to, group number one. And I'm seeing that with all that rainbow energy, and Spirit's like, yes, there's lots to look forward to. Like, we just gotta, get out of that old puzzle, step on your new game board, and go. And they're helping you along the way. Damn. Okay, group number one. So that was quite a deep message. Again, it's a collective reading, so just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And I hope this message helped you. Take care, and we'll talk next time. Okay, group number two. So let's see what is going on for you this new moon. What portal are you moving through? Arrows. We have Mother of Wands. And we have Spirit Split. Oh, you are at a crossroads. Yeah. Okay. So right away with the Mother of Wands in reverse, this is the Queen of Wands energy. There's like this very protective energy over your over yourself right now. I feel like you have put up a barrier between you and somebody else. It feels like someone specific because of this Eros card. The Eros card is all about our desires. It's about sensuality, romantic love. It can be about platonic love, but it really feels about like a romantic partner here, or a potential romantic partner. If you're in a relationship, I feel like you and your partner are at a crossroads here. If you are single, I feel like you are really protecting yourself right now. Maybe a little too much. I'm going to pull another card just to see what's going on here. But with the Spirit Split card, it's almost like Spirit's asking you, okay, are you going to take this route, which you feel is like your soul's path, or are you going to split? And when you split, it's not a bad thing, but I feel like I'm seeing this kind of the split in this stick, almost like a dowsing rod, right? It just, that complicates the situation. So I'm going to pull another card just to see. I want to clarify the Spirit split. Yeah, I knew this card was going to come out. Protect your ecosystem. So yeah, ooh, you're protecting your heart right now. You're really wondering, do I stay on this road, or do I, take this heart and go? I feel like I'm seeing your garden, like I'm seeing a full garden, but there's a few weeds in there that you need to pull out. But you're looking outside yourself at this connection, or maybe other connections. I'm hearing fear of intimacy again with this heart. It's almost like this jungle has grown around this heart. I'm seeing like a city that's been abandoned and hasn't been used. Like, those pictures of Times Square, like what would happen if humanity just deserted, or, we all died or something, and nature took back over. That's what I'm seeing, like Times Square, just like nature take over. But that's your heart. So it feels like, I don't know if you've been single for a long time, or if you've shut your heart chakra down for a while because of past hurts, specifically in romantic love. But it's time to kind of like clean that out. It's like, I'm hearing safe passage. So it's almost like it's okay to like come out into a clearing. I'm hearing like predatorial. So I don't know, with this Mother of Wands energy in reverse, it's almost like you are in this like fight or flight energy. Again, spirit or split. But you're constantly in that energy. And I don't know what happened in your past, but it's almost like every time you come up to a new romantic connection, any type of intimate situation, it could be like close intimacy with a friend as well, really being vulnerable situations, you take it as someone is trying to harm you. So then you put this barrier up and you get very protective, very, I'm seeing that barrier. So I'm just like, okay, it feels, the heart chakra feels very closed off, but it's safe to come out. I'm seeing a turtle like coming out of its shell. What it like, I feel like group number 2, you're like sitting here looking at this post. It's almost like you're on your journey. I don't know why with this stick I see like Gandalf with his staff just like trotting through the forest. But then he like comes here. Oh, that's where it is. Yeah, the Mines of Moria. When he's like standing there and he can't figure out which way to go. So they're all just kind of like sitting there chilling. That's where you're at. And you're just like, I don't know where to go. Like, I can't remember. But then all of a sudden, he's like, oh yes, I do remember, like that way smells, like there's something about the smell in the air, and he goes that way. That's where you're at. That's where you're sitting, and you're so uncomfortable sitting there. But Spirit's like, you have to sit in this energy until you really unpack this whole jungle here. Some of you have been sitting there for a long time. Some of you have been sitting there for a very short time, but it's been very impactful on you. Whoever this is, I feel like this is, I'm seeing a soul contract. So when I see like a file folder like that, usually this spirit just hands me a folder and I'm like, okay, so this is a soul contract. But it feels like an important, a really important contract. I'm just going to get one more card, group 2. Okay, we got 2 cards, and I love both of them that came out. The farm, and you're playing yourself. So yeah, the farm is literally that place, that kind of like sanctuary that you go. I feel like this is like your inner sanctuary. You're just chilling at the farm. The stark difference between these 2 cards, we have like, feels very pioneering versus technology. What the heck? Technology. But the farm is like that respite place, you know. I'm seeing someone's car break down on the side of the road, and they're at a gas station, and there's that friendly farmer that's like, hey, you can stay in my cabin for the night, and you go to this farm. It's a nice place to stay, but it's not your home. But I feel like you've almost overstayed your welcome here at this farm. Whether this is an actual place or, again, an inner sanctuary type space, this is where you're sitting at this spirit or split. They're like, okay, so are you going to sit here in this place that like feels very comfortable, feels okay, but is not yours? Or are you going to keep on your journey, fix your car, and keep going? And when you're playing yourself cards coming up, again, I'm feeling that self-sabotage energy with this barrier, this protection. Every time someone asks you to be vulnerable, it's almost like I'm seeing that joystick go detour. You're like, nope. Or you just shut the game off if it gets too hard. And Spirit's like, this is the time where the game is changing. Yeah, and I'm really seeing this cleanup. It's almost like, you know, at the beginning of springtime when you're cleaning up your yard, you're like raking all the dog shit off your front lawn and stuff. Like, it's not, you're weeding, like, weeding the flower beds, getting the soil ready, doing all that stuff that's like not fun work, but needed. That's what you're doing to your heart chakra, if that makes sense. I don't know if like I'm talking to a farmer here or what in group number 2. But there's something there that you are really learning, and you're going to see the immediate effects. Like, actually, I'm pretty sure it's a card in this deck. Magic is immediate. Since that 2020 energy shift, we're coming into a time where magic is immediate, and also we're in a new karmic cycle, a new karmic game playing field. I always see it as like the ledger used to be red in the karmic graph. I don't know what to call it, but now it's like a clean slate. But the karma is also immediate. So we're feeling the repercussions of our decisions and our behaviors and our reactions very quickly. It's weird. If you're paying attention, if you're already paying attention to like signs from spirit and stuff, you can see shit happening. It's a lot easier to see for other people than it is for ourselves. But once you start actually tapping into your own karmic cycle and seeing yourself as the karmic too, it's such a game changer. And you're going to be like, why did I see, like, I just see this like overgrown garden. But then when you get it it's like a landscaper, and they come in, and now there's like a fountain coming out of like that top part of your heart, and it's just, yeah, it feels like a whole new playing field, and it feels like that is the home, not the farm. That is the space that you are cultivating, where you are going to be able to be vulnerable to this Eros energy, to what you desire. For those of you who have been at the spirit or split crossroad for a long time, I feel ya. I've been single for 8 years. Like, I have decided to stay at this farm for a very long time. I resonate a lot with this message. And I'm an INFJ, so I door slam. It's awful, but that's how I protect my ecosystem, right? I'm just like, nope. If I feel like there's a weed coming in or anything, like a weird fertilizer, I'm like, no, 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 and I just stop it. So I totally resonate with this, but yeah, depending on how long you've been sitting here, how big this thicket has grown, I feel like within the next month or two, I'm hearing by June, I'm seeing that with this color of card too, that like orange and yellow. It's like that sunset color. By June, you're going to feel a lot different in your own Eros energy towards yourself and towards other intimate connections in your life. So that's really cool. I feel like group number 2, you are unpacking a lot this new moon. So be very gentle with yourself, especially because it is in Aries. So you're going to feel that like that push and pull energy, that like fire of Aries under your ass with this Mother of Wands energy, but you're also very vulnerable, very sensitive right now, spiritually, emotionally, physically too. I feel like even touch on your skin, you're just so very sensitive because you're picking up so much information and energy for this transition. So that's really cool. I hope this message resonated with you guys, and take care. We will see you next time. Okay, group number 3. So what portal are you going through this new moon? Ooh, the thread. The 9 of Cups and an equal but opposite reaction. Okay. There's an energetic cord here. Ooh. One sec, I'm going to pull this one up in the book. Okay, so group number 3 is always complicated. This is like a very detailed card, and I'm seeing a lot going on with it. With this red thread, the first thing that came to my mind was the vagus nerve. I don't even really know what that's about. I'm gonna have to Google that. I know it's like an important nerve in the body. I don't know if it's kind of like the jugular vein where like lots of blood flows, or like it's that for nerves. I'm not too sure. But there's something there about the thread that holds it all together. And this is definitely talking about your spiritual journey. There's something being reflected from the spiritual realm into your 3D world in, I would say, the next 9 weeks with this 9 of Cups card. And it's something that you've been yearning for. And when I say yearning, I mean like yearning. Like your soul has been wanting this for so long, and you've been trying to like place it in the 3D world. You're like, what is this? It's like, is it my life purpose? Is it a relationship? Is it a job? Like, what am I looking for in my life? Do I not have it? It feels like a very confusing energy. It's almost like I see you trying to reach for this thread in like a whole mess of threads. I don't know if you've ever seen the Wheel of Fortune card for that tarot deck, but the Wild Unknown Tarot, it's like a whole mess. I'll see if I can find it here. Hopefully it'll be close to the front. But it's like a whole mess of strings, and I feel like you're trying to find that one to pull that you are yearning for. You're just, here it is. But you're looking for it in the external world. So this is you. You're in the midst of this mess. If group number 1 you were drawn to as well, maybe watch that, because I'm hearing the word clusterfuck for you guys too. So that might resonate with you as well. But there's this, this energy of being in the thick of it, wanting to find this one string that you're pulling, but it's inside. It's almost like I see this thread that you're looking for as like the core of your energetic being. Sometimes it can look like the kundalini or like the spine. It's just that line or that string of energy that is flowing. Sometimes, like for me, I have a dance background, so from a very young age I have visualized that string coming out of the top of my head all the way up into the sky for my posture, because that's what ballerinas have very good posture. So I've envisioned that from the time I started dancing at 3 years old. And that's my thread, and I can see it go through my body. However that looks or resonates to you, that's what you have to get into. And I'm seeing this with an equal but opposite reaction. So with this card, I just got this deck recently, the Postcards from the Liminal Space. This card has probably come out about 8 or 9 times already. I've had it for like a week. But there's something here, again, being mirrored from the spiritual realm into the 3D world. And it's almost like once you figure out how you are coming at this a little backwards, I don't mean that to sound rude, but once you figure out that thread on the inside that you pull, it's going to be a huge game changer. And then I see that rocket launching in the 3D world. And when we get the 9 of Cups card, this is all about your satisfactions. It's all about your dreams. It's your wishes coming true. And I feel like this is going to be happening, but because of the work you're doing. And with this thread card, there's also all that dark space around the thread. So I feel like you guys might be going through a little bit of a dark night of the soul, or a very confusing time. Like you might be truly in that void, that liminal space, like between houses, between jobs. Yeah, I'm seeing, okay, at the bottom of the deck, invisibility mode. So you've gone kind of off grid. I feel like you might not be answering your friends as much. You're deleting people off social media. You might have even deleted your social media for a bit, because you're just not into it. Because I feel like you've spent so much time and energy looking for this thread out in the external world. Yeah. Okay, I want to pull one more card. I want to see how. So how can we get to this thread, this energetic cord? If you've ever had a reading with me, you know I talk about energetic cord cutting a lot. I usually send some meditations about energetic cord cutting, and this feels like an energetic cord, but not one you're supposed to cut. It's like the one that you've been kind of feeding and working on. And I'm seeing these 9 cups. So I feel like you've been through 9 cycles of like trying to get to this cord. That's just like, really, I can feel it vibrating inside. And it's just like, it's that sense of home. It's that purpose. It's that person. For some of you, there's like your soulmate on the other side of this cord waiting. It's like a telephone cord. They're like, with the 2 cans, and they're like, hello, hello, and they keep on like flicking the cord or pulling it, and you can feel it, but you're just like, where is it? I don't know. But again, you're looking in the wrong place. Yeah, so let's see how you can get to this energetic cord. I'm so excited for you, group number 3. This is like the calm before the storm type energy, but not a bad storm. It's like that rain that, you know, the farmer's been waiting for his crops. Like, it's the one that you go out and dance in. So how do we get to this cord? We got the mood card. So I love this this card. I actually bought a lava lamp because of Baccara. She has so many. So I'm like, I gotta get one. I love lava lamps. I had one as a kid. there's something here about stopping and really watching these pieces move. And I feel like as you've been in invisibility mode, sorry, you've been watching this kind of happen with others, but now it's time to go inwards and do that with yourself. Really figure out your mood, like what triggers your mood. I feel like some people around you really trigger like anger and frustration in you. And yeah, there's something there that you're like watching kind of heat up and move. I'm hearing unravel too, again with the thread, like there's something unraveling naturally. I want to put like, look this one up in the book too, just to see what it says. Okay, it says change the vibe, indulge your sensory experiences. A good meal or a walk in the woods will change your resonance, if only slightly. While seemingly arbitrary, a simple shift will alter the larger course of things. So change the vibe. Again, you're going from a more external vibe into this like invisibility mode. It feels like this is a counterintuitive mood for you. I don't know if there's a lot of, I'm feeling like Aries energy or fire sign energy with this NASA rocket. And it's like you want to go, go, go. And it feels like you want to go because it's springtime and you're feeling that energy ramp up. But again, you're still in the dark, like searching for this thread. It's just, again, I'm hearing the word clusterfuck, but in the best way. It's almost like when this smoke settles, it's like, okay, now I can see, but in the meantime, there's something here that you're finding within yourself, and that's that energetic cord. And again, for some of you guys, that soulmate is on the other side of that cord. That life purpose, that job. I feel like group number 3, a lot of you are transitioning from a 9-to-5 to an entrepreneurial role. You're going into invisibility mode. Maybe you're thinking about going back to school for business studies when you already went through schooling or worked really hard and went on this whole path, and now you're like, well, no. Like it's what I thought I wanted. It was close, but again, it's not that thread, that energy cord. Okay, I think that's all I'm seeing here, group number 3. I hope that resonated. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you guys next time. Take care until